This is a quick video to show you the BGP route approval process in Aviatrix. So I decided to take my lab where you have a transit that is made of 2 gateways here in Azure. And then I have my on-prem site connected via 2 IPsec tunnels, 1 to each gateway. On top of those tunnels, I have the BGP protocol running so that firm can send IP address from on-prem to the transit. And the transit can advertise its IP address to the on-prem site. We can check that if you look for BGP in the search bar of Copilot, BGP info, look at the transit, you'll see the relationship with my on-prem site that is 65.5.10. It is established, and if you look at what route are learned right now, you only have the 192.168.16.0/24. You can also confirm that if you look at the on-prem router. Now let's have a look to what is advertised from on-prem. Show IP BGP neighbor. Let's pick one of the neighbor that is in my transit. That is 255 to here 206. And we see that we are currently advertising only that network. Okay, it reflects what is shown in that view. Now let's have a look to the configuration of the route approval. So it's in the multi-cloud transit menu, approval, and then you need first to enable your gateway. So we see here that this one is not enabled. Disabled is written in red. I already enabled my transit in Azure. So if you look at West Europe TGW0, this one is enabled and in gateway mode. It means that any route that is learned from that gateway will be submitted to approval. This can also be done by connection. So you can approve connection automatically for a site, and you can decide to require approval for a different one. Here we see that from that gateway, we learned already the 16.0 CIDR block, and we do not see any pending learn CIDR to be approved. Now, if I go to my on-prem router, let's add the announcement for the network in 60 and then commit. Now let's clear my BGP session. Clear IP BGP 168.254.255.206. So let's have a look to what is advertised from on-prem now. Okay, so we see that there was the original network that is 16.0, and now we've got the 60.0 that I've just added in the config. On the approval side, now if I hit refresh, I now see that under my transit in Azure, I have a new route coming and that needs to be approved. Now, if I go to my Copilot on my cloud route, and if I look for the 60.0 network, I see it's not in the fabric because I've not approved it yet. So I need to go back to my controller, click on the network, say approve, and then update. At that time, the 60.0/24 network is going to be advertised into the entire fabric, and then it will be accessible from any place in your Aviatrix transit. Now that the route is approved, there is another place where you can look at the effect. It's looking at the diagnostic information of the transit gateway. You can look at the routing table, down, gateway routing table, and here is the network we've just added, 60.0, and the next hop is going to be via the tunnel interface to the edge, to my on-prem router, or it can be also via the HA gateway and then to my on-prem site. So you see the metric is different. Thanks for looking at that video. See you next time.